Welcome back to Sailing El Jaleo! This week we spent 3 or 4 days at Blackbeard's Cove Marina and Pub, which is our home away from home. It's been about 3.5 to 4 months since we've actually spent any time in a marina, so I've got a ton of laundry to do, some maintenance to do on the boat. I'm going to pull the dinghy out and see how well that bottom paint has been performing. And it's also time to give Uncle Hoob a bath. He's way past due and he's getting kind of stinky, so we give Linus a bath right on the dock, which is awesome. Alright, I guess we might as well go ahead and get right into it, so grab a drink, climb aboard, and let's get going. When we arrived at Blackbeard's Cove, the first thing we wanted to do was to check out the marina and see what improvements Deb had made since we came through in the fall.
Hungry for the road all my life, thirsty for adventure all my youth, chasing all my freedoms down Liberty Avenue. And every time I hear a phrase my mother used to say to me, everything happens for a reason, I get the feeling I need a little taste of home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Nothing like kitchen conversation, steam coming up off the stove, photographs down the staircase showing our stories unfold. And every time I hear a song my father used to sing to me, sweet words of an Irish lullaby, I get the feeling I need a little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Home, 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 just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, 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 no matter where I go. A little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home.
The puppy dogs and I always love it when we can make it back to Blackbeard's Cove Marina and Pub. It really is our home away from home. After spending 4 months there, as we wintered over a couple of years ago, we really fell in love with the area and Belhaven in general. And the location of the marina is absolutely perfect. It's in Pungo Creek. It is peaceful, it's tranquil. It is one of my favorite places to be. And the people of Belhaven are so great. Every time we go into town, everyone's friendly. At the boat ramp, fishermen will come and use the boat ramp early in the morning, even sometimes before sunrise, and they're always courteous. They keep the noise levels down. They don't speed out of the marina area. Most of the times you don't even know they're there. They're just awesome. They always wave and say hi. They're very friendly. As are the locals in the surrounding neighborhoods. I spent months there walking my dogs 3 times a day, and everyone's so friendly. They're interested in what you're doing and talking to you, and it's wonderful. It really is a great place. And I grew up in a small town, so it kind of really hits home. It feels like home to me, and I love it. And it's always nice to come through and check out the upgrades that Deb has been doing to the marina. I know she's been very busy working on the marina, and she finished off the 2 bathrooms, so there's 2 brand new bathrooms. They're beautiful. The hot water heater is great. And I know she's been working on the docks as well with upgrading electrical and that kind of stuff. So she's really making some great meaningful upgrades, which is really appreciated. And she's constantly working to make the marina a better place, which, you got to give her props for. And Deb, as a person, I've really got to know her over the last 3 years, and I do consider her a close personal friend. It's difficult for me to make friends. I'm not someone that makes a friend very easily, and it's hard for me to maintain friendships. It's a flaw in my personality. But Deb and I, every time I get there, it's like picking right back up where you left off. She is so friendly and nice and warm, and she'll bend over backwards to do anything to help you. When I got there the first time, when I was wintering over, there was a massive storm the first night, and I had tied one of my lines wrong, and it actually snapped. It was my fault. So I was in a little bit of a pickle, and Deb actually drove over from her house to help me out at the marina at like 10 o'clock at night, which was awesome. I can't say nice enough things about her. Every time I need something, she'll take me to town. She'll take me wherever I need to go. And just the people of Belhaven in general are so friendly. When I came through in the fall last year, I installed the wind generator when I was at Blackbeard's Cove, and I didn't realize it was a holiday week. It was in November. It was Thanksgiving week, and I needed some parts fabricated, and one of the local welders, even though it was a holiday week, he went out of his way and made the parts for me. And when one of them wasn't correct, we had a little communication issue. He took it back and fixed it the same day and brought it back. I mean, you would never get that in a big town. And, that's one of the reasons why I love small towns. And Belhaven just really has that great community feel that you get from small towns. So we love it. Every minute we spend at Blackbeard's Cove is always great. Deb's great. I mean, the place is wonderful. She's really done a lot since my first day there to bring it back to life. And every time I go through Belhaven, it's not even a thought of, well, should I stop or shouldn't I? It's just an automatic, yes, I'm going to be stopping. And I'm going to be staying for at least 3 or 4 days. So I love it there. If you guys are ever in the area, if you can swing by Blackbeard's Cove Marina and Pub and meet Deb, you won't be sorry. Let's just put it that way. She's perfect. Hey y'all, I don't know if you'll be able to hear this with the wind, but I'm back in Belhaven at Blackbeard's Cove, and I pulled the dinghy out to scrape it. And the first time I did this, before I painted the bottom, it took over 2 hours to clean everything off. And here's kind of I got one side scraped so far, and I've got the other side I haven't scraped yet, so you can see there's quite a bit of schmutz on there. And I don't fault the bottom paint for this stuff sticking to it, because we did stay still in you think so, we again? Okay. We did stay in New Smyrna Beach for 6 weeks with little to no motion. So I think that's when most of this grabbed hold. But this was much easier. I scraped that entire other side in about 2.5 minutes. And it's relatively clean. I'll still hit it with the sponge to get some of the mud off. But that was so much easier. The first time it took me over 2 hours to clean before I painted it. So I think this paint, if I had kept moving, probably would have inhibited a vast majority of this growth. And even if it didn't, it makes it so much easier to clean. I just scraped that off and it came off instantly, like there was no resistance. So I'm very happy with the dinghy bottom paint thus far. And I think once I get back up to Delaware, I'll have to scrub it up and put another coat of paint on. But yeah, it worked really well. I'm pleasantly surprised. I thought I'd be out here scraping for hours, but came right off. Alrighty. After a couple days of relaxation, I had one chore to complete before we headed back to Delaware City, and that was to give Linus a bath. The big guy had no idea what was coming, but he did really well. I was impressed. He only tried to run away a few times. But it's nice to get the puppy dogs a bath, and Neptune and Hanwi will be getting baths as soon as we get back to Delaware City, but Linus was in in need of one right away. And that's all we have time for this week. I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreon crew. Without your guys' support, I absolutely would not make these videos, so thank you guys so very much. And my patron crew is Joan and Juddy Judnick, Val and Chris Alcorn, Denise and Eli Sackett, Sherry Erickson, Deb Schall, and Matthew Spotten. And I do have one legacy patron member, Joan Limbo. Unfortunately, she has passed away, but she will live on in my heart forever. So I'm doing this for you, Joan. So thank you guys, patrons, so very much. Your support means the world to me. If you would like to join our patron crew, there is a link in the description down below, and that'll take you to our patron page where there are hundreds of bonus photos and videos. And I try and do updates at least once or twice a week while I'm traveling to let you know real time where I'm at and what's going on. And you would help support the channel, which would be awesome. If you do like our videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. That doesn't cost you anything, but it definitely helps us out, so we would appreciate it. Alrighty, I hope you all are well, and we'll see you next week.